A group of seasonal workers from Fiji and Tonga came to Australia with the promise of earning good money to send home to their families. But that's not how things have worked out. Since they arrived last month under the official program, the fruit and vegetable pickers have been shocked and disappointed. Some of them earn just a few dollars a day after deductions. As Norman Hermont reports, word of their experience is spreading back to their home islands via an online forum with tens of thousands of members, and that could cause dramas for Australian businesses that rely on the flow of seasonal labour.
This is how the day begins for the workers that pick the fruit and vegetables that wind up in Australia's supermarkets.
Morning. How are you? Morning.
There's barely time for a quick breakfast. It's not yet 6 a.m. Pickers from Fiji and other Pacific islands file in for another day in the fields of northern Victoria. The workers arrive at this farm as dawn breaks. They'll spend the next 8 hours or more filling bucket after bucket with tomatoes. Hard work for a decent wage. That's what they signed up for. At the end of the day, that's not what they're getting.
I thought we will come here and do a job and maybe save some money. Even my mom cried when I told him my first pay slip. I don't know what to do now.
This is my paycheck, and this is for the week I paid. After deduction, $9.96. I feel sad because there's no money to send to my family in Tonga.
These seasonal workers have been shocked by their pay slips. Some of them have been staying 3 to a caravan, charged $120 each per week in rent.
And we're sharing the same bed with my friend and paying $120 one person.
Per week?
Per week.
Rent is only one of the deductions that shrinks Sia Davis's pay slip. There's also super, which she'll get back when she leaves the country, health insurance, daily transport to the farm and back, part of the advance she received to buy bedding and food, and tax. At the end of this week, her net pay was $0. Her next pay slip was the same story, $0 net pay for the week.
Because we sweat for that money and, yeah.
Others aren't doing much better.
My first paycheck, it was only $23.
Things are so bad, Vasiti Savanidihava's husband has had to wire her money.
My hope is for me to come here to earn much, for me to send money back to my family. Instead of that, they're sending money for me. So they're looking after me again.
The workers are here on 416 visas under the Seasonal Worker Program, on contracts signed with AFS Contracting Propriety Limited, based in Shepparton, the heart of Victoria's agricultural food bowl. The company's owner, Tony Yamankol, declined to respond to 730's questions about these complaints. These workers sign their contracts with Mr. Yamankol's company through the National Employment Centre, run by the government in Fiji. The contract states they can expect to earn $657 per week before tax and deductions, working on the hourly award rate. Alternatively, if they work on the so-called bin or piece rate, it says an average competent worker will earn $595 per week, paid by the number of bins they fill. Then, one final line. This amount will vary depending on the number of bins you actually pick.
$8.
Merarita Sovasinga has emerged as the group's advocate.
Do you think your group really understood the contract they were signing back in Fiji?
Actually, like doing this back home in Fiji, most of the people, even though the National Employment Centre themselves, they were not sure of what was in the contract.
can't just walk down the road to the next, because they signed those contracts before they came here.
The Australian Workers' Union says the workers should have been offered a choice, and the law requires a separate piecework agreement.
The problem is that there is no negotiation, there is no agreement, which by itself is a breach of the award, and more to the point, opens up those people to exploitation.
After 2 weeks with little pay after deductions, the Fijians contacted both the Seasonal Worker Program in the Department of Employment and the Fair Work Ombudsman. The Ombudsman's office told 730 it is investigating the workers' complaint. 730 understands contractor Tony Yamankol claims the Fijians work slowly and their pay reflects the number of bins they filled. The workers deny this, but after their complaint, Yamankol approached 5 so-called ringleaders. They recorded him telling them they should leave on their own accord or they'd never work in Australia again.
I will terminate you. I'll cancel your visas. You want to go back on your own will or you want to get terminated? If I terminate you, you will not come back into Australia from any other employee with this program.
Merarita Sovasinga is now staying with Fijian-Australian Sakiusa Lusuma. He runs a Facebook forum for Pacific Islanders looking to work on Australian farms, and he's been warning the forum's 45,000 members.
If you tell them to go and work for somebody else in order to get some money they can send home, and the contract says they can't do it. It's obviously the process is flawed from the beginning.
About 4,000 Pacific Islanders a year come as seasonal workers, and the program's expanding. The Minister for Employment, Michaelia Cash, told 730 that the government will not tolerate the exploitation of vulnerable foreign workers. The National Farmers Federation is worried about the damage experiences like this one can do.
It's very hard to find workers in the first place, and so when you have concerns about how people are being treated on Australian farms circulating in the media, on social media, that makes it even harder for all of the good, hard-working, decent farmers to find the workers they need.
Bula, how's your shopping?
Of the 20 Fijians who arrived to work for AFS in January, 13 have now quit and left the caravan park. They have 3 months left on their seasonal worker visas.
Well, for me, I wish I was back home. I wouldn't have come. You know, I didn't thought it would be like this.
Most of these Fijians just want their time as seasonal workers in Australia to be over.
Norman Hermont with that report.